On a gorgeous Saturday evening, we welcome you inside of Estadio Caliente here in northern Baja, Tijuana to be specific, as the Xolos get ready to play host to Chivas of Guadalajara. It's the premier broadcast of Liga MX here on FS1. So happy to have you alongside former U.S. men's national team standout Jovan Kirovski. My name is Mark Rogandino. It's the beginning of the Apertura, Jovan, so both these teams, they have the slate wiped clean and ready to dig into things.
And for Chivas, it's a tough test going into Estadio Caliente, always the most difficult place to play. Defensively, they're so good. Xolos is a tough one for them, Chivas.
You can see the passion of the fans inside Estadio Caliente here, and perfect conditions to get things going here in the Apertura. The captain's meeting at the center of the pitch. And that means that we are just about ready to kick things off. It'll be the 17th meeting ever between these two clubs. Of course, Xolos, one of the newer teams, but they've already tasted victory by winning the 2012 Apertura. And what can you say about the team from Guadalajara? Well, the visitors have historically, Jovan, been one of the best in Mexican soccer.
Yeah, just so much turnover this offseason, financial problems. Mateo Almeida had to leave, had a great time in those last 2 years. They won the Champions League, but with so much turnover, losing big players, Alanes, Pizarro, Copa, the goalkeeper, it's going to be a tough season with such big expectations for new manager Jose Cardoso.
And you know that 2018 is going to be a very busy calendar year for Chivas. I say that because as they are the title holders here in the CONCACAF region by winning the CONCACAF Champions League recently, getting past Toronto FC of Major League Soccer. You know they'll be slated to go to the FIFA Club World Cup, also involved in domestic play. But their focus here is getting started in the 2018 Apertura. There's some of the success I'm talking about. But if you look at that bottom line, their league finished 17th place. They did not have a good campaign. This Chivas team we're going to see here tonight is much different maybe than the teams that held on those trophies previously.
Yes, I think their focus was completely on the Champions League, with Almeida thinking about winning that. Their position wasn't good in the league, so they focused entirely on that, and they were successful. But with so much turnover at Chivas, this is a difficult place to start. Both teams want to start well, but I expect Xolos to really put it to Chivas tonight.
You see Carlos Salcedo, the longtime Mexican international and three-time World Cup veteran, the captain for Chivas, making his way out to the left side of your screen. And then you had Juan Carlos Valenzuela wearing the captain's band, the 34-year-old center back for Xolos here on match day one of the 2018 Apertura. Yes, those are the El Cholaje, the fans here in Tijuana, always loud, always singing as you would expect inside of Estadio Caliente. The benches for both sides in this series, the home team for the most part has had the better of the results. And in fact, as you look at Diego Coca over there on the bench for Xolos, in fact, 12 out of the previous 16 meetings, the home team has been able to either draw or win the affair. But you go back to the very first time that these teams met, all the way back in September of 2011. Maybe a little foreshadowing here. Chivas came here to Tijuana and got a 1-0 win.
That's always difficult to do on the turf. Such a difficult place to play when you're not used to it. Coming into this environment, it's intimate. They've done really well, Xolos, at home.
On the other side, Jose Cardoso, the 47-year-old Paraguayan, in charge of Chivas. Appointed just a couple of months ago as the head coach, replacing Matias Almeida. Young goalkeeper Raul Gudiño makes his way back between the pipes. He's already set a precedence, set some history, Jovan, by being the first ever Mexican keeper to play in a Champions League affair, as he did against Borussia Dortmund this past Champions League edition. And the final piece to the puzzle, Jorge Antonio Perez Duran, our official. It's his whistle that gets us underway. Happy to have you along for our debut broadcast of Liga MX here on FS1 as Xolos and Chivas underway in the opening minute. Club Tijuana coming out in the patented black and red, and a nice little 1-2 exchange to get things going early.
Geez, and an exciting start already. Chivas going full force from the kickoff, getting caught on the counter, and a great opportunity by Lucero to get the cross in. But you can see the tempo already. It's going to be like this throughout the match.
Now, you've already made a couple of mentions about the turf, and as you see that the little black pellets popping up here with every tackle and every roll of the ball, it is a new turf surface here inside Estadio Caliente. We'll see how it plays here in the early going. First corner on the night for either side. Driven in on the near post and pushed away. Initially handled by Guadalajara. Pulido waiting for the overlapping run, and he'll find it. And then knocked out of play by Julian Velasquez.
And that's what they're going to need to do, Chivas. Pulido's going to have to hold the ball up. So difficult on the turf. You need to fight for every possession, hold on to the ball. You take an extra touch because of the turf, but he needs to hold the ball up, bring people into play for them to have any chance to get numbers forward.
You see the lineup for Xolos rolling in across the bottom of your screen. The big player will focus in on number 19, Eric Cubo Torres.
And it'll be interesting, that relationship up front with Lucero. He's replacing Bo from Boca Juniors, who has had a decent season, had some injuries, but it'll be a good pairing, I think, a 4-4-2 with two up front that can really cause some damage.
As for Chivas, coming out in a 4-4-2 formation as well. Javier Lopez out on the right-hand side. Jovan, he's a player that can get up and down and create some challenges, but we expect this to be the main piece, right? How do Zaldivar and Pulido combine up top in the attacking third?
And as I mentioned earlier, Pulido needs to hold the ball up, bring players like Lopez into play. Chivas always known for producing homegrown talent like Lopez, a very talented player. Here he is on the ball. He'll create opportunities for the strike force of Salvador and Pulido.
Lopez, the 23-year-old, was actually a huge cog, played a vital role in the 2017 Clausura title for Chivas. So now the focus here in 2018. Mendoza working up the touchline and the throw here for Xolos. And reset across the back here into the feet of Velasquez. Just underway here in the first half. Fuentes, another new face for Xolos coming into this season. Talked about Cubo Torres coming in and making his debut in Liga MX play for Xolos, but there's 4 or 5 new faces that I think fans are hoping will fit right in and streamline right into the formation.
And this team was so good defensively last season, only conceding 12 goals in 18 games. And Velasquez, for me, is center back, replacing the likes of Aguilar, who as captain is a key component in this piece. How the relationship with Valenzuela will pan out, that'll be a key for them tonight.
The Argentine center back certainly has plenty of pedigree, already having won a Copa Sudamericana earlier in his career with Independiente. Look at that challenge from Mendoza.
Just comes in from behind. It's a foul in the end.
Just kept in on the far side. Chivas looking to bring some numbers forward. Salcedo was calling for it central. Instead, it's Pulido inside the area. Back out top. Chance here for Chivas. Pineda tried to wind up with the right foot, but it's cleared away initially by the home side. Maybe an opportunity to hit on the counter here. Here's Cubo Torres. Numbers inside the area. Lucero just did not get enough behind the cross. And the Chivas captain will step in to clear.
And that's Lucero again, down the channel, trying to get down and getting an opportunity in for the cross. But both teams, it's going back and forth, hasn't settled down yet. But that's what happens in the turf. It doesn't slow down.
Salcedo there to defend initially. Angulo couldn't find a window to send it across. I would imagine, and you can speak to it as a former professional player for both club and country, as this ball comes across and knocked out for a second Xolos corner. First game of the Apertura, there's still, even at this level, a little bit of nervous energy, right? You want to get, that's maybe why the pace is a little hectic to start.
Of course, you're excited. You spend all of preseason preparing. So much changes. Both clubs have 2 or 3 changes in the starting lineup. You want to start the season off well, on a high, so it's vital to get points.
Gudiño sets the defense in front of him here for Chivas. Mendoza makes his way in toward the edge of the 6. Angulo hovering at the top. This one lofted in. Goalkeeper stays home, initially cleared away. No immediate second bite of the apple as Chivas looking to get out on the break.
Fuentes makes a terrific tackle to stop Pulido getting forward. Here it is again in the turf. Stops the counter. Terrific tackle by Fuentes.
Pereira keeps the movement going to the far side. Van Ranken. Surging ball forward. A little difficult to handle. Velasquez will clear, but right into the feet of Pineda. Pineda still hovering out on that far side. The movement comes inside. And the shot challenged Lahu just for a moment. Had to lay out to be sure it was going wide.
And that's what Lopez can do. So technical, so good on the ball. Cuts inside with his left foot and just strikes it. Tries to bend this in that far corner. Doesn't get enough on it, but dangerous he will be from that right side, coming inside.
So interesting how that has become the norm at all levels in all countries in the world of soccer or in the world of football, that it's no longer left-sided players playing down the left side. They switch over to the right side to get that opportunity to cut in and look for their own shot.
And it depends tactically how you want to play. If you're a big, strong center forward, maybe you get it out wide and get the ball in the box. But as you said, ever so dangerous coming inside and having a strike on goal.
First little glimpse of Cubo Torres playing against the club that he actually began his professional career at. Torres can't link up there as it rolls slowly back to the feet of Godinho.
And you see Xolos are playing a high line. They're pressing. They're at home. They want to keep the tempo high. You see everybody pushed forward.
Lopez turns across midfield. Knocked down from behind and a free kick coming. Julio Angulo, the 28-year-old Ecuadorian.
Here's Lopez again. He's early on in this game. He's had a few times on the ball, get in between the lines, trying to make something happen.
Little high pressure defending here from Xolos, but Chivas able to get out of it. Pineda will switch it. Van Ranken. All the way back to the feet of Pereira. Mendoza closing down, but it's Brizuela able to get out of traffic.
It's great play by Chivas. They've established possession in the Xolos half, done really well keeping the ball.
Early service into the box. Brizuela was looking for the overlap, didn't work out that time. Back out toward midfield and a free kick for Xolos.
Torres tries to hold the ball up. A good foul in the end, just to stop the counter. Here he is. Especially on this turf, the ball bounces up so high. This is going to be key for both teams tonight. Center forwards holding that ball up. It's so difficult to do. It takes that extra touch. And you're going to see that they're going to have to take that extra touch because of the turf.
You know, Jovan, I think it's interesting that you talk to certain coaches, and if you ask them about that target, a number 9 up there who can hold the ball with his back to goal, a lot of coaches will say, well, that's not the way we want to play. But I would point out sometimes you don't have an option than playing that way, right? You're under pressure in your own third, and you need that player to hold the ball.
Yeah, especially again on this turf, it's so difficult when you play through balls. They get away, they roll a lot quicker, especially if it's wet. So it's difficult to hit the channels. So you need a target player, need somebody to hold the ball up.
All right, here's the former Cementero. Omar Mendoza puts it back in play for Xolos. Torres pinched into the corner. Was hoping he would earn a corner. Chivas elect to play out from the back. Well defended. Torres tripped up right at the edge of the area. No initial call. And the late whistle comes up.
I didn't see a foul, did you? I thought the turf monster got him there. Must have caught him early and he went down kind of late. It's a good position here.
Take another look at it. See if you can pick out if there is indeed contact.
Oh, yes. Yes, he does. He gets him.
Michael Perez with a little step into the back of El Cubo Torres' left foot.
And Chivas tried to play out of the back, tried to build. Xolos does a good job pressing, and this is a good opportunity here. It was a foul and in a good area for a shot.
Twelfth minute of play, and neither goalkeeper has had to produce anything big so far here in the early going part of first half. My math is correct where that line is, so it should be right on about 28 yards out from the Chivas goal on the free kick chance here for the home side.
And it's most likely a left footer. Left, get it up and over that wall.
It is, oh, and it's off the woodwork. A laser from Xolos Chivas, still looking for a second chance opportunity for Xolos, and now here comes Chivas on the counter.
Great defending there, but what a strike that was by Chavez. He hits that absolutely perfect. You think it's going to hit the post and go in. He hit it too well.
Gudiño was firmly stuck in cement, didn't even move here, Jovan.
And here it is. He just gets that whip on it, that top spin, hits it perfectly. You think it's going in that top corner. Unlucky to hit the post, but good strike. Gudiño had no chance.
No chance.
Here it is again. It gets just up and down. So difficult to hit. Great technique. Chavez up and down. Unlucky.
It kisses off the post. Just, I mean, you can always say it's a game of inches sometimes in the world of football. And right there, I mean, that one, if it stays an inch or two inside the post, I think you're right. It does hit the post and just glance in. See if that's a warning shot across the bow here, though, for the hosts.
And you see Xolos do a good job. Once the ball's played out, they're pressing. They're up against the Chivas players, winning that ball, and then trying to get forward quickly.
Diego Coca, the 46-year-old Argentine manager for Xolos. Now it's Chivas looking for a response. Pineda stepping into the midfield. Now Hernandez. To play back into the feet of Van Rankin. Chavez. Probing ball up and over the top, trying to get Lucero to run onto it.
Lucero does do a good job running in those channels. Both sides, we've seen it already in this game. Down on the right, down the left. Torres is doing a good job holding it up. That combination, that relationship, we'll see it throughout the night. Take some time this season. It's a new relationship.
Headed back in the direction of Lahoud. Pulls it in at the edge of the 18. Torres just came off the back shoulder of the last defender, and the flag goes up. A quarter of an hour behind us here in our first broadcast of the 2018 Apertura. I think you would agree, right? It's Xolos that are out on the front foot so far.
Yeah, they are. They're pressing. You can tell they're at home. I mean, they've had the best chance off the post.
Central now for Pineda. Trying to combine there with Lopez from the right side. One more time here. Orbelin Pineda. Rankin. Acres of space over on this near side. But Chivas remain pinned in on the far side. Angulo stepping up to defend here for Xolos.
It's a good foul too. Chivas, when they have possession, once they lose the ball, they've been caught a few times. But Chivas, they have some quality on their team. With Pulido, with Lopez wide. Here's the foul earlier to stop on Lucero, to hold the break, and they've done it a few times now.
Perfect temperatures on a Saturday night here in northern Baja, approaching 7:30 local time inside Estadio Caliente, and the temperatures hovering right up above 70 degrees, 70, 72. Lucero, good collection.
That's really well to put that off his chest. Good technique, holds it up, plays it wide, getting back in the box. Now allows everybody to move up and establish some possession.
Maybe this is the part, Jovan, where you see a little bit contrasting styles on how the two teams want to defend. Not as high pressure from Chivas in terms of their line up high. Good ball to slip through. Lucero turning onto his right foot, and he didn't miss by much.
And we talked about the relationship between Cubo Torres and Lucero. There it was there. Again, Torres lets it go, and Lucero gets a shot off. Good churn. Comes back to his favorite right foot, gets a good shot on. Just misses that right post, but Torres, with the play before letting it go, made that happen.
6 goals across 27 appearances with Xolos in his first campaign with Club Tijuana. And the Argentine hoping that maybe the partnership with Cubo Torres might produce even better numbers than that here in his second season with the club. Mendoza looking up high, knocked down here for Torres. Contact from behind, but no whistle. Chivas work out of their own half. Brizuela finds support. Hernandez joins in the fold, and Pineda will continue with the switch to the far side.
You see Xolos defensively, once they're pressing and they don't win the ball, they come into their 2 blocks of 4. They're tight, they're compact. You see why they're so difficult to score against.
A little interchange, trying to leave it there for Alan Pulido. And Xolos able to send it out for a throw. Here's Edwin Hernandez. Low-driven ball, initially handled by Xolos, out towards midfield. Excellent turn from Brizuela, and then tripped up before he could get on the end of the first touch. Brizuela, part of Chivas crowning themselves as kings of CONCACAF, winning the CONCACAF Champions League, and in fact he was named the best 11 for the tournament. Long distance shot, and that one just goes over the bar. Lahoud had the top hand up if he needed to parry it up and over the crossbar. The first real good effort for the visiting side.
Brizuela does ever so well to get that opportunity. He comes inside looking for this 1v1 opportunity, splits 2 players, comes in on his right foot, and it just hops up on it, but he catches it really well. Almost finds that top corner.
I like the explosive movement there from the 27-year-old Mexican international. All of a sudden, it's Chivas finding a little bit of their stride. Pineda under pressure. Perez. And that just staying. Brizuela keeps it alive.
You see both Brizuela and Lopez coming inside on either flank. Once they get chances.
Pulido room to turn. Ran right into.
When they get chances on the ball, they create so much. Here he is again, Brizuela.
See some of the scores coming in up there in the upper right-hand portion of your screen from the weekend here in Liga MX, including Cruz Azul getting a 3-0 win. In fact, that's who Chivas will play host to next Sunday. Rankin under pressure from Angulo. Chivas escape for the moment. Torres trying to poke it free. Instead, it's all the way back here for Gudiño.
They play with so much energy, Xolos. At home, every time the ball goes into midfield, there's somebody right up against them.
Up and over the top. Velasquez with the inside step and contact to give the Xolos center back the free kick. And to illustrate your point, Jovan, 6 wins, 2 losses, and a draw at home during the recent clausura, the earlier part of the year.
There's the foul. He does well, gets his body in front of the ball. He catches himself in the end, but gets the foul.
Back in play here for Xolos. Cito won the first ball, but also too much contact there from the Chivas captain, and a free kick upcoming here for Xolos.
As you mentioned earlier, that home record, they train on turf, they play on turf so much. It's such a big advantage. There's the foul, the push in the back by Salcedo. And it's shown through the past 3 years, 4 years, that at home, their record is as good as any.
That obviously, and in combination with a team that defensively was a tight ship, right? One of the best in Liga MX during the clausura in terms of goals against. Lofted in, slight deflection on the initial service. Chavez just trying to further it on. Now able to collect, spins out of traffic. Tucks it into a little pocket, looking for Angulo, shoulders off the man on the ball. And then it's the veteran Salcedo who steps in to send it clear.
Chavez did really well in midfield to fight through a couple tackles, and Hugo Torres with a clever little flick that almost got through.
Pulido trying to chase it down a midfielder who'll get there first ahead of Valenzuela. Still alive here for Chivas. Pineda finds a bit of pocket of space. Zaldivar, first real effort from him as he calls his own number from long distance, but the result is wide.
Zaldivar, we haven't seen him so far. He gets an opportunity, gets a good look. Here it is, sets it up for his left foot, finds time, space. He's quite a bit away, but he hits it really well, ever so close to that post. And again, I don't think Lahoud gets there.
You can see how far Lahoud is off his line, still backing in to try and cut that angle down on the initial chance. But with the zip off of the left foot of Angel Zaldivar, yeah, you might be right, Jovan. A little bit of a slow start for Chivas, I think, in this one in the first half, but in the last 10 minutes or so, all of a sudden they picked it up, creating some of their own chances, especially in the attacking end.
Yeah, as you see, they have some quality. They've established possession at times in the Xolos defensive end, and they have the quality with Lopez coming in, with Brizuela on the other side coming in. I mean, they have quality. Pulido up front, they have quality in the team, and they're getting opportunities, getting chances.
Initial ball easily headed away here for Chivas. Now looking to get on the break. It's Brizuela trying to play up over the top. Velasquez is there. 26 minutes of play here inside of Estadio Caliente. Happy to have you along here on FS1. Chivas visiting Xolos of Tijuana. Mark Rogandino alongside longtime U.S. men's national team standout Jovan Kirovski. Pineda denied, second chance, comes up and over the top. Also a very special welcome to those of you joining us, either on Fox Sports San Diego, Fox Sports Prime Ticket, or Fox Sports Arizona. Happy to have you along for our debut broadcasts of Liga MX. Well, if there was any question of a handball, I think the replay shows you it definitely was not.
Good opportunity there. Pulido creates it, and Pinedo takes the shot. Good defensive play. Definitely not a handball. But Chivas getting into the game, getting opportunities.
Brizuela down from the contact there against Rivero.
And this is what, on the turf, you're battling, you're fighting for position. Whoever's going to win most of those second balls are going to come out on top.
Hernandez under pressure, the giveaway. And here's Lucero, chance to play through. Ball got caught up underneath his feet, still alive as Lucero tries to free it. Out onto the right-hand side of the shot, pushed away. Rivero had a great look. Gudiño, the youngster, with a big-time save.
And you thought Lucero messed things up. He had a great opportunity to pass it off to Torres. It's deflected, and it comes back. And what a good chance. Here he is, Lucero. You think he lost it, but he comes back into it. Deflects, fortunately, comes across, and what a save by the youngster. Keeps Chivas alive in this match.
Third corner of the first half for Xolos. Angulo trying to keep it alive at the edge of the 18. And a whistle is going to give Xolos a free kick. And it was a high boot here against Chivas, just outside their own area.
This is a really good area. You see the last one, Chavez hit the post. From this side, it most likely be a right footer.
By the way, Jovan Cardoso going with the top button open right there. Things are getting serious here now that we're heading toward the final quarter of an hour in this opening 45 minutes.
This is a really good spot. I mean, just gives it enough room to go up and down over that wall. Here's the foul, not much in it here. Both players.
I don't know. How do you make a call against either guy right there?
I think it's if the Chivas player comes in with his studs up, maybe that's a reason. I could see how the referee could give it, but both players with studs up. But what a chance this is going to be from here. From this distance, it's perfect.
We already saw Luis Chavez bang the post with a similar opportunity on his left foot earlier here in a free kick in the first half. What do Xolos have now? El Cholaje on their feet, waving the flags and chanting and singing right behind Raul Gudiño and the Chivas goal. Five, maybe six in the wall to protect the near post here for Chivas. And it looks like it's going to be Chavez again. Why not? No, instead it's the right foot this time. Torres need to head it to himself. And here's Rivero. It was actually his shot a moment ago off the free kick chance for Xolos.
Just couldn't get it up and down, hit it with too much power.
Contact, but no whistle. All the way back for Gudiño, who sends it away first time. I think one of the things you are seeing now that we're 30 minutes and change into this first half, Jovan, You've made mention a couple of times of the new surface here. They had turf before, but this is a new type of artificial surface inside Estadio Caliente. It certainly slows the pace, and even though it's faster on turf, I think it slows the pace, and you can see the players are trying to adapt to it still.
Yeah, I think both sides are. Before it was worn down. Now it's a little bit more fluffy where the ball will stick, and you see the little black beads bouncing up on every bounce, and that'll check the ball up and it'll slow the game down. It just makes you put your head down when you have to have that extra touch.
Over the top and in the direction of Lucero. So that's Cubo Torres, who is tripped up at the edge of the 18, slow to get back up to his feet, and in the process, Club Tijuana earn another free kick. You could hear the fans claim for a handball there earlier against Pereira.
Here's the foul. He does catch him a couple times. He's trying to head the ball on the ground. Another good area. This is one where you want to get this ball in swinging towards the keeper, right in between the goalkeeper and that top of the box area. The penalty spot's a good spot. Swing it inside towards the goal.
You're looking for the in-swinging ball. You would think it's going to be Luis Chavez. Rivero over there in tow as well in case they want the out-swinging ball to the top of the 18. Scoreless here into the 33rd minute. It is going to be Rivero. The best of services, didn't really clear that first line.
It's a poor free kick. Doesn't hit it well, doesn't hit it high enough. It's a foul in that.
Valenzuela whistled for the tug coming in.
The Chivas have defended well so far. They've held up well, that back line. It's old. You have Salcedo, who's 38 years old, alongside Pereira. We'll see as the game goes on if they can keep up with this tempo.
Chivas, a team that finished second from the bottom in the Clausura, 17th out of the 18 teams, and certainly hoping to change their fortunes here with this slate wiped clean and into the Apertura here.
So aggressive in their pressing. Rivero going in for the ball again. So tight. No time for these players. Peludo, no time for Chivas players to really take a touch, take a moment.
Taliban just trying to shield that ball away, and you can see the push into the back. So here's three-time World Cup veteran Salcedo to put the ball back in play. Going up Route 1, trying to spring Brizuela, who somehow gets on the end of it to put it across and then slams into the dasher board. Both players down. Brizuela along with Mendoza, both challenging for the ball.
And Mendoza goes in late. I thought it would be a foul. Both slid in.
So Pulido over to check on Isaac Brizuela. Take another look at it.
Here it is again.
I didn't think he was going to get there to serve it anyway.
And he gets there, and he does really well to get there. It's a late challenge, and he's in the air. He just catches him. It's nothing malicious, and both go to the boards. When you look at it again, it's a little shove by Mendoza, but the referee does well to let it go.
I believe, actually, I don't know if you can see it at the tail end of that replay, I believe as Brizuela went to the ground, his feet came up and clipped the nose of Mendoza, and that's the reason why Omar Mendoza was slow to get up as well. Ten minutes ago here in the first half, as the teams have, to use the boxing analogy, exchanged some jabs so far here. No heavy blows, really. Both have had some half chances, probably the best chance coming off the free kick for Luis Chavez and Xolos that came off the post.
and Xolos had a few chances the other way, but also Chivas, they had chances coming inside from distance. Not great opportunities.
Watch the foot here of Brizuela at the end as he goes down right there.
And when he just leaves his feet and Mendoza catches him, and then it causes both of them really to go into the boards.
You'll see as Mendoza rolls over, you can almost see he's thinking, what was that just came across my face? Both players back on their feet and back out on the pitch. Velasquez trying to clear. Chivas have numbers. Pineda drops it into the pocket. Zaldivar sends it out wide. Plenty of options inside the 18 if Chivas can find the service. Polito, can he be the one to pull the trigger? Brizuela all the way across, and it finds the gloves of Lahoud.
Again, it's Brizuela and Lopez. Whenever they have the ball, they're so creative trying to make a chance. That time it was Brizuela with a cross.
Torres, glancing header to push that one on. Tigres has taken a 1-0 lead against León in the first half. Foot race to get to this one. Rivero trying to cause some problems, runs up the back of Michael Perez.
He's done that a few times. Just stay on your feet.
Brizuela, full head of steam. Waits for that overlapping run. Hernandez will provide it. Out top, Pineda. And a fingertip save to give Chivas their first corner of this first half.
And again, for Chivas, it's from distance. They've had a few opportunities where they've come really close. Here's Pineda again. Finds himself space, hits it really well off the turf. It looks like it's going just wide. Ooh, looks like it would have hit the post, but a good save in the end. Lahoud would have got there anyway if it was on target.
Fully stretched out to his right side for the 24-year-old Xolos keeper. First corner on the night. It's Lopez to deliver it all the way under the back post. Perez runs it down 45 yards out from the Xolos goal. Reset their shape. Franken. Sending it across, heavy touch. Torres trying to disrupt things, but instead it stays in possession here for the visitors. Pulido now. Skip pass out to the far side for the creative Lopez. Running right at Fuentes, gets to the end line, trying to send it across, and he goes up and over the boards.
But that's what Lopez needs. He needs possession, space. This is a few opportunities he's had in this game. 1v1, he goes right at him, he's direct, he gets by. Defended well, but those are the moments, those are the opportunities Lopez needs, and here's the flip.
I don't know if that's maybe a show to his teammate Brizuela as to how you do it, right? He went crashing into the boards a couple of minutes ago. Lopez, a little more acrobatic.
And when Chivas, when they get possession, they can get it over, switch play quickly to Lopez. They're going to get chances.
He's been crafty whenever he's seen the ball. He just hasn't seen that much time on the ball here in the first half. 40th minute, second corner on the night for Chivas here inside Estadio Caliente. Driven into the heart of the area, loose ball. Softly into the gloves of Gibran Lahoud. became the #1 a couple of seasons ago after the Argentine keeper Federico Villar called it quits after a long and illustrious career. Go back to that big save from Lahoud just moments ago.
And Pineda just finds space and hits it really well. Power, pace. But Lahoud, as you said, full stretched, makes the save.
You can see the movement as that ball was floating in too. It wasn't a simple parry for the Xolos keeper. Brizuela chipped up from behind. First booking on the night.
And he was late again. Brizuela gets by him. And the Xolos players have been all over this Chivas team, pressing. They've been late to challenges. This one a little bit too late by Lucero. Brizuela hasn't beat. He's on his way. The right call by the referee.
Right, no question. Tackle coming in from the backside there by Lucero. First yellow shown on the night by Jorge Antonio Perez, our referee here tonight. Space here for Xolos to use it if they can get it out wide. Instead, it's Chivas who come away with it. Brizuela again. The ball should stay in, and it does. Long diagonal ball off the right foot of Salcedo, intercepted. Zaldivar has options.
Zaldivar with a terrific opportunity. He has players on his left, on his right. Just fumbles that one.
Let's be fair, Jovan. That is a turf monster.
Yes, and I've had that happen to me before. The turf, it'll get you.
Late tackle coming in on the far side. Another yellow handed out. This one's going to be for Michael Perez.
And here's Perez again from behind. Late challenge. Lucero just gets the ball off early. Another good call by the referee.
My mistake, Jovan. That was actually to Pereira, the 32-year-old center back. Closing moments in this first half. Ball just dips out before Chavez can put a touch to it. Sending it out wide. Dino up and over the top. And the offside flag. Would you agree that Xolos better the possession through 45 minutes?
I think the first initial start of the game, Xolos were on Chivas. They did well to keep possession, pressing in their half, but as the game went on, Chivas established possession and created many opportunities with their wide play with Lopez and Brizuela. Plenty more to come in the second half, but Chivas have had a lot of shots from distance that were really close.
Still not through the opening half just yet as this one scored through onto the feet of Brizuela. Plays the ensuing overlapping run here for Hernandez. And out for a throw. One minute of stoppage time to close out this opening half. Here's Edwin Hernandez, now in his third full season with Chivas, after coming over originally on loan in 2015. escaping the initial pressure, but now backing himself all the way out toward midfield. Salcido, first time over the top. Nothing on there. The ball pops loose. Lucero trying to roll it through, and again, just hesitant to give up the pass.
Just takes an extra touch again. I don't know if it's the turf or he's looking for himself.
And now it's Chivas back the other way. Numbers inside the area, and that one skips into the gloves of Lahoud. That should just about do it for this opening half.
That was a great opportunity on the quick counter. Just doesn't strike it well.
Two teams felt each other out a little bit in the opening 15-20 minutes and then started to create some attacking options. But after 45 minutes here in Tijuana, it's scoreless between Xolos and Chivas. Make sure you stick around for the halftime. Coming your way here on Fox Sports Prime Ticket, Fox Sports San Diego, and FS1.
Today, we're opening more than 150,000 locations called Domino's Hotspots. Like beaches, roadside attractions, and dog parks. And you can finally have Domino's delivered to every single one of them. No address, no problem. Find a Domino's hotspot near you. Excuse me. You get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas delivered for $5.99 each.
Get the pizza you love delivered to a Domino's hotspot near you, or any of the other outdoor locations now open for Domino's delivery.
Haven't been playing golf this year. I'm sorry about that.
Progress is in the pursuit. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models during the Summer of Audi sales event.
See?
Oh, dude, are you friends with a real robot?
What? No, man. It's my service.
Oh, that's not awesome at all.
Maybe it's time for a switch.
Switch just like that.
Switch to Boost's super reliable and super fast nationwide network and get 3 lines for $100 a month, each with unlimited gigs, and 20 gigs of mobile hotspot on each line. Plus, get up to 3 free phones.
Much better.
There it is.
Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Once upon a time, the Earth erupted with agave, and a hero named Jose Cuervo started making history. At the Battle of Puebla, Cuervo was there to load the shots. When Prohibition left us dry, Cuervo crossed the border to quench our thirst. Then Cuervo met the beauty Margarita, and the world's most famous cocktail was born. And it was Cuervo who turned beach volleyball into a party. For over 220 years, Jose Cuervo has made history, and 100% agave Cuervo Tradicional.
Today, we're opening more than 150,000 locations called Domino's Hotspots. Like beaches, roadside attractions, and dog parks. And you can finally have Domino's delivered to every single one of them. No address, no problem. Find a Domino's hotspot near you. Excuse me. You get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas delivered for $5.99 each.
Get the pizza you love delivered to a Domino's hotspot near you, or any of the other outdoor locations now open for Domino's.
How we see, how we look. Great eyewear is all about both. Thoughtful design. Precision optics. Styles people love. At Zenni.com, we make it all stunningly affordable. So you can see the world the way it's meant to be seen. In perfect focus. Zenni.com. Eyewear for everyone.
Hello. Let's go for a ride on a Peloton. Let's go grab a couple thousand friends and chase each other up a hill. Let's go make a personal best, then beat it with your personal better than best. Let's go bring the world's best instructors right to you. Better yet, let's go bring the entire New York studio live. Let's go anytime, anywhere, with anyone who's willing. And let's go do it all right here. Ready to go? Peloton.
Luis Chavez with probably the best chance for either side in the opening 45 minutes, but it kisses off the post. And we are scoreless through 45 minutes here on match day 1 of the Apertura Tijuana nothing. Guadalajara, nothing. Some other scores for you to take a look at. Pumas getting a 2-0 win against Veracruz. Scoreless between Querétaro and Atlas. Cruz Azul, the team Chivas will face next week. 3-0 winners against Puebla. Bring you back to Estadio Caliente. And yes, it was Jose Cardoso, the Paraguayan manager, bringing his Chivas team north. More than 1,500 miles to come here to Tijuana in northern Baja. Looking for a good early start. They found a couple of chances in the early going, Jovan.
Yeah, Lopez was creating opportunities in this first half. That was the best for him. Coming inside, just hitting it wide.
Here is that chance for Luis Chavez, and it doesn't miss by much.
Oh, great strike. He gets it up and down. Such a difficult technique. And you think it's going in, and it just hits the post. But a terrific strike by Chavez.
And then a couple of moments later, and we saw Lucero a couple of times maybe hold on to the ball too long. You'll see that later in the highlight, but he produced a good individual effort here.
Yeah, he found some space, just cut inside again from distance. Almost there, create some space to get the shot off.
Back the other way. Look at the explosiveness here from Brizuela. He was one of the players you talked about as being aggressive.
Both wingers, Lopez and Brizuela, when they get the ball, they are creating opportunities.
28th minute of play now here, and here's what I'm talking about. Lucero just doesn't give it up, but they eventually do get a chance.
And it was a great chance at that. This could be the best one of the game, and a terrific save by the young Godinho. 22 years old. He's going to be under pressure tonight. That'll give him plenty of confidence.
The Uruguayan Rivero has to be thinking how he did not finish that chance. 38th minute now, and a long distance one here from Pineda.
And again, from distance, Pineda's had a good match so far. He found some space, and a fully stretched Lahoud.
Scoreless through 45 minutes, but we've got plenty more soccer to go. We come back, we'll head back inside Estadio Caliente and get ready for the second half in a bit.